What's up, everybody? We are live. This thing says we are live, so we are live. Welcome, everybody, to my SummerSlam 2020 predictions, brought to you by TooSweetCosplay's and TooSweetConverse. I am NIKO. What's going on, guys? Due to our scheduling with everything going on, we could not do our SummerSlam predictions for this year, 2020. Um, on our usual podcast this week, especially for our editing software difficulties that we had editing our predictions for NXT Takeover 30. And I had a surgery procedure, medical procedure myself this past Friday. So I was a bit out of it and under the weather. I wanted to get this into you guys sooner, but I figured I'd give it to you today, a few hours before SummerSlam officially starts, live on the WWE Network, which you can sign up for right now for $9.99. Um, SummerSlam coming to you live tonight from the WWE Thunderdome, which I actually am going to be in for SummerSlam. I was fortunate enough. But anyways, let's get it going. All right, I'm going to try to read off the match card here off my phone. So if I look down, that's basically what I'm looking at because I don't have the option to put the official card in front of me. And I also wanted to wait. I also wanted to wait uh, for what to see for SummerSlam because, of course, during SmackDown this past week, some changes were made to the card as expected with what is going on in the world of professional wrestling. Things always change. Um, but let me see if I can pull this match card up. Okay, I'm gonna just try to go off of what I think will be in the show's order. I don't fully expect it to be that, but we'll see what happens. To the two people that are viewing right now, hey, thanks a lot. And I got one thumbs up, so I guess that means I'm doing good. All right, but let's go with the Raw Tag Team titles. We got the Street Profits, the champs, defending against Angel Garza and Andrade. I'm gonna go with Angel and Andrade. I think uh, they're good right now. I know they've been, acting like they're gonna turn on each other the past couple weeks, but I feel they need the titles more, based on the fact that the Street Profits aren't doing anything with the Raw Tag Team titles. I mean, I know WWE usually struggles presenting their tag team division on television. They're doing a way better job presenting their tag team division on SmackDown than they are on Raw. But I think Angel Garza and Andrade need the titles more. Um, it's not that I'm not a fan of the Street Profits. I am. Montez Ford is a walking billboard, and I think he's going to be a future world champion someday. But for right now, I just don't. I'm just not feeling the Street Profits as tag team champions. I kind of think they've ran their course, if I'm being completely honest. So I say give the title to, a bit of a facelift with going to Angel Garza and Andrade and see what they can do with them. So I'm going to go with Angel Andrade for the Raw Tag Team Championships. Next up, we got what do we got? Okay, we got MVP Montavious Porter versus Apollo Crews for the WWE United States Championship. Um, I'm loving what MVP is doing right now with Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley. They are the Hurt Business. I'm loving it. I'm loving the swagger, them rocking, the nice suits, and looking all professional. I'm really loving that. If you watched Impact Wrestling a few years ago, MVP kind of had a certain type of similar stable with Bobby Lashley, and I believe the other person he had in the stable was Kenny King. I could be wrong on that. If I am, please do feel free to correct me. Uh, but I'm loving what MVP is doing with Shelton Benjamin, who's a great worker. Bobby Lashley is a freaking beast athletically. So I love them together. Maybe they can add more people potentially. Maybe a guy uh, like an Apollo Crews potentially down the line, or a guy like a Cedric Alexander, or somebody as oh boy, I'm watching the White Sox game right now too against the Cubs. And okay, but sorry, I'm a Cub fan, and we're losing right now. But anyways, yeah, I got MVP versus Apollo Crews U.S. title. um, I'm gonna go with MVP. Um, Not that I'm not a fan of Apollo Crews, but like I said, I'm loving what the Hurt Business is doing. Uh, they are something that I think if WWE really gets behind, um, they can draw money. Like I said, the swagger of how they carry themselves as a faction, I think is something really cool, and I think it's something that needs to be capitalized on. So I'm gonna go with MVP becoming the new WWE United States Champion. All right, next up on the card, my phone keeps turning off and going into lock mode, guys. So that's why I keep wanting to look down. I can't just like leave it and stay. It doesn't want to do that, so I apologize. Um, all right, next up, I'm trying to go through all the matches here without with saving the main matches for towards the end, like the marquee matches. Okay, I'm gonna do the women's championship matches, as you got Asuka doing her best to become a double champ. You know, Empress two belts, Empress two belts, or I don't know what they're gonna call her. Like Becky was Becky two belts, Bailey was Bailey dos straps, Sasha was two banks belts. I'm not sure what she was. I don't know what Asuka would be if that were to be the case. Maybe Empress double gold. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna go with the first match, which is going to be uh, Bailey defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Asuka. If you remember, Bailey lost the Beat the Clock challenge uh, with Naomi that her and Sasha both had on SmackDown this past Friday, which I thought was ridiculous that she would lose because, and if anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Bailey fan. I was super against the idea of WWE turning her heel. I remember I had surgery on the day that she did the heel turn, and she destroyed the Bailey Buddies with a sledgehammer and won the SmackDown Women's title from Charlotte. And I'm in my hospital room watching SmackDown, and I'm going to myself like, I don't like this idea at all. I was strongly against it, um, them turning Bailey heel, and I'm super happy to be eating crow, and to fully admit 1,000%, hey, I was wrong. Bailey to me right now, I think is the best thing going on a consistent basis in WWE uh, programming. So loving Peel Bailey right now, the role model. Um, I think she's gonna retain her title. Um, I think she'll retain. Maybe she gets a little bit of help from Sasha, and Sasha thinking, "Oh, let me help my friend," but then also weaken Asuka for my match with her because I guess both those matches are going to be back to back. Um, I think Bailey retains because I think Sasha drops the Raw Women's title to Asuka in some type of shenanigan type of way. But I think Asuka leaves Raw Women's Champion um, again, and then Bailey leaves SmackDown Women's Champion because then maybe that could finally set up, um, the Bailey and Sasha feuding against each other, or maybe that could start to set it up because you got to remember next week is also WWE Payback, which is weird that they're doing a pay per view on back to back weeks, where Bailey and Sasha have to defend their women tag team titles against a team that I don't think has the team been announced yet. I'm not even sure. WWE and their odd booking, man. Um, but yeah, I think Bailey keeps her title because she's the hottest thing WWE has right now, consistently. And I think her just dropping it to Sasha would just feel would just I mean not necessarily dropping into Sasha, dropping into Asuka, excuse me, and having Sasha and Bailey feud with each other potentially maybe out of WWE Evolution. We don't know. Um, But I think Bailey being the heel right now would be best, even though Sasha's a way better heel than she is a babyface. But I like I said, I love what they're doing with Bailey. Remember, I was against the idea of Bailey being heel from the beginning, but now I'm glad to be eating crow. She's proven me wrong, 1,000%. So again, I say Bailey keeps the SmackDown Women's Championship with a little bit of help from Sasha. Maybe she's like, oh, let me help my friend keep her title, and then also we can Asuka in the process so I can keep my title. But then that backfires on Sasha, and Asuka ends up beating her. Plus, while I am a fan of both Bailey and Sasha Banks, I do love it when you got these little Sasha Banks stands on social media. I love it when they lose their minds because they think their girl is being uh, mistreated unjustly. So I love going on social media and seeing all these Sasha Banks stands go absolutely nuts when they think Sasha's being treated or booked unfairly in the WWE. It's something that I truly, truly take pleasure out of. Anyways, moving on. Uh, Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. Um, this match was unfortunately was changed due to some real life things that Sonya Deville is dealing with. Unfortunately, I'm sure we all know what happened with her. Um, it's unfortunate that an individual, I won't even give this person any fame here, but it's unfortunate that a individual uh, felt the need to threaten a person uh, just because of who they see on television and make them feel uncomfortable by trying to break into their home. As a mental health uh, professional in training, yes, in my personal life, I am a mental health student in the field of psychology. It's very disheartening to see as a human being and as a wrestling fan that there are people like this in the world. So I think the reason the match stipulation was changed because originally it was supposed to be a hair versus hair match between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Now it's a loser leaves WWE match. I firmly believe that in the hair versus hair match that Mandy Rose was going to win. I know that sounds crazy to some people since she's the girl with the, you know, cute long blonde hair against, Sonya Deville, the raven haired girl. I still think Sonya was going to lose because Sonya is heel right now. And I think her losing the hair versus hair match uh, would have driven her more crazy and more insane in her insecurities in her feud with Mandy. But in light of everything that's happened now, especially with the stipulation change to where the loser leaves WWE, I fully expect uh, Mandy Rose to win this match and Sonya Deville to take some time off to deal with these personal issues that she has to deal with because of this ordeal of her personal life being abrupted and unfortunately violated. So I'm gonna say Mandy Rose wins this. The loser leaves WWE match, and to Sonya Deville, if I can say her real name, Daria. I hope I said that correctly. You are in my thoughts and in my prayers. I really do hope you can just find some sort of solitude in whatever, and take all the time you need. She is without a doubt an amazing performer. Uh, she can go on the mic. She's missing a thing, I feel, as a performer, in ring wise, but I think she'll get it. But please take care of yourself first and foremost, mentally and physically. I am truly sorry, as a wrestling fan, that you are having to deal with this. But hey, we're all here for you. Uh, the wrestling community, we're the good ones, at least, such as myself. We're one happy family, and if there's anything we can do for you, just let us know. We are in your corner, 1000%. But moving on to the remainder of the show. Okay, I think I got about 3 or 4 matches left. Let's see what's okay. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a Falls Count Anywhere match. This is the match where I am the most excited for out of anything. Well, that and Bray and Braun, but I'll get to that in a second. Um, I'm really loving what they're doing with Dominic Mysterio. They're putting him in an environment where he can easily succeed. Um, and they're putting him in a guy in Seth Rollins who can have a pretty good match with a broken piece of plywood. Um, so I think Seth Rollins is the perfect guy to just Dominic and him can just go out there and they could just paint a masterpiece. It's a no disqualification match, so they can use weapons and stuff to kind of cover up, Dominic still being green. But I think he'll do fine. Um, I fully expect Dominic to win this match. I don't know how it's going to be done, but I expect Dominic to win based on the fact that I love it when with Seth's Messiah's character, he's trying to do, he's trying to get all these injustices right uh, for the salvation of Monday Night Raw and the WWE, but yet he keeps losing when it counts, and it's driving him more and more madly. If you look at when he was the Messiah, when he first started out in his program with Kevin Owens, he's saying all these things that were very true, but then when he lost to Kevin Owens at WrestleMania, he immediately came out and he had, you know, crazy like bum, almost like bedhead, like I've been defeated and I can't believe it. I think if he were to lose to Dominic Mysterio again, that would drive him further and further crazy and more maddening. And I would really love to see that more of a character development for him, especially because we all know Seth is going to be taking some time off going in towards the end of the year due to his personal life and his baby mama to be, Rebecca Quinn, better known to the wrestling world as Becky Lynch. Um, they are expecting a child. Congratulations to them once again. That's amazing. So I think because he's going to be taking some time off soon, he's going to have to take the L here. Build up Dominic. Get him to get the W. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't think Rey Mysterio should get involved because I know he's going to be in his son Dominic's corner. Um, but I fully expect him to do something physical, especially because I'm assuming Murphy. I was about to go by his first name too. I was about to say Buddy Murphy. I'm assuming he's going to be in the Messiah, Seth Rollins' corner. Um, but yeah, I'm going to go with Dominic Mysterio. I'm interested to see what the kid can do wrestling move wise, but I fully expect this to be a brawl, like just right from the jump. Um, Bell rings, they go, boom, 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 boom. I would be shocked if this match goes more than 10 minutes, but we'll see. Apparently, it's Falls Count Anywhere. Um, so hopefully, um, when they do the final pinfall, they do it in like a cool location inside the Amway Arena or Amway Center, whatever the WWE Thunderdome building is called. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Dominic Mysterio on that one. Let's see, what else do we got? What else do we got? I think I got about 2 more matches left. I just want to be sure, so that's why I'm just looking down here at the card, guys. One sec. Yeah, I got about two matches left. Let's see, I covered. Yeah, okay. Um, I'm gonna talk WWE Championship. We got Drew McIntyre, the champion, going up against the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. Man, if you would have told me that in 2020 Randy Orton would probably be the best male heel in WWE, I would have said you're crazy. I honestly thought after 2013, 2014, when Randy dropped the belt to Daniel Bryan, I literally thought, okay, Randy's going to start winding down, and it's going to time to, time to start, getting some new blood in there for the WWE. But boy, was I wrong. I'm glad I was wrong. Um, Hold on, watching a bit of a baseball game too. Damn it. Okay, Cubs make 3 outs. That sucks. All right. Anyways, yeah, Randy Orton to me he's firing on all cylinders right now. This program that he's been doing where he's basically becoming the legend killer again, and he's punning, likes of Edge, Christian, uh, the Big Show, Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, which by the way, Shawn Michaels, damn you, I cannot believe you got up and basically no sold uh, the RKO and the punt when other legends such as Ric Flair, um, and Big Show, Christian and Edge, they all stood down and they all, showed how vicious and how powerful Randy Orton doing that was. Um, but I'm gonna go with Randy against Drew, and it's no disrespect to Drew McIntyre. Uh, he's been killing it as WWE champion during this pandemic era that we are all in. Um, but I just see the way Randy is right now, on fire with just everything he's doing, uh, the way he's performing in the ring, the way he's talking on the mic. I just feel like if you don't put the belt on Randy, it's almost like a big, it's almost like this whole metamorphosis back into the Legend Killer for him was all for nothing. Um, Not that I'm saying that Drew doesn't deserve to win the match, but if he wins, okay, cool, he retained his title, but then who does he face next? Um, this is a bit of a problem with WWE. They don't know how to build a proper baby face. It's even going down to NXT. Um, I'll talk about that in our podcast next week. But when we discuss, NXT Takeover 30, results, and we review that, um, WWE doesn't know how to book a proper babyface. And Drew's doing a good job right now, but it's just like, man, um, you're making me want to see the heel win instead of rooting for the guy who should vanquish the heel. Um, but so I'm gonna go with Randy, just because, like, I think he's killing it right now. And if you have Randy lose, then you're kind of putting him in a position of where it's like, okay, why? All this was for naught. But then if you have Drew lose, you're like, okay, so was Drew just a placeholder the last few months? Um, because remember the original rumor was supposed to be Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar in a rematch from WrestleMania for SummerSlam this year, but with everything going on, Brock didn't feel comfortable, coming out and performing, rightfully and understandably so. So they slid in Randy into a position, and he's killing it. So I'm gonna go with Randy Orton, new WWE champion. Now on to the what I believe should be the main event. Um, Braun Strowman and defends the WWE Universal Championship against Bray Wyatt. This to me is something really interesting because I think SummerSlam is the 4th-year anniversary of the WWE Universal Championship, if memory serves me correct. Um, I think. What do I think? Braun Strowman versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt. This has been the most intriguing storyline on SmackDown. You know, Bray took Braun down into the swamp, and then Braun came up all of a sudden, and he came up bald, and he became more sinister. They've gotten Alexa Bliss involved in the storyline. Is she Sister Abigail? Is she not Sister Abigail? Um, is the Fiend turning babyface because he somehow is protecting, um, Alexis, or he's trying to be very protective of her. Um, but it's just super weird and it's super cool. I'm expecting some more supernatural stuff. Um, since this match is wait, okay, I think this is the match that got changed to a false count anywhere, and then the match between Seth Rollins and Dominic Mysterio. I think that is just a hardcore match or something. See, they come with these weird stipulations out of nowhere where you're just like, okay, why? Typical WWE booking. But anyways, Braun Strowman versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt for the WWE Universal Championship. Oof. I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt just because there's nothing that Braun Strowman is doing right now that is making me interested or making me care that he is the WWE Universal Champion. They basically made him WWE Universal Champion because they had to get the belt off of Goldberg, which is fine. And Roman was not comfortable working WrestleMania because of the pandemic and because of his health issues, which is also fine. And I'm not knocking Braun at all, but there's nothing that he's doing right now that is making me want to see him on my television screen. With this program that he has going with the Fiend right now, I'm more interested in what Bray Wyatt is doing, whether he's the Fiend, whether he's Firefly Funhouse Bray, whether he's going back to the Eaters of World persona. I'm more interested and intrigued by that. And I'm more interested and intrigued by the fact that they were able to find a way to incorporate Alexa Bliss into the storyline. Is she Sister Abigail? Is she not Sister Abigail? It is the Fiend becoming fond of her and protective. Is Alexa Bliss, able to manipulate, the Fiend, kind of like a Beauty and the Beast type of, storyline. And now apparently, as of SmackDown this past week in a sit-down interview, they are finding a way to incorporate Nikki Cross into this storyline. If you watch that sit-down interview segment that they had with Nikki Cross, which was weird, um, it looks like she's now getting into the storyline. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm hoping Bray Wyatt wins it, and maybe Alexa Bliss does reveal herself to be Sister Abigail or some type of um, lady fiend character, um, and they kind of unite for whatever, however long reason it is. In the storyline. I think that would just be something different. That would be something cool. That'd be something unique, storyline wise. Um, but I don't see this being the end of the Braun Strowman Fiend Bray Wyatt story. Um, but I'm gonna just go with Bray Wyatt just because um, we'll see how it all goes down. I'm excited. I'm gonna be inside the Thunderdome. I was lucky enough when I registered to get in. During the show. So if you guys see me, wave if you're in the Thunderdome, or if you're not in the Thunderdome and you're watching SummerSlam on the WWE Network, somebody get a screenshot and point it out to me and be like, "Hey, NIKO, we saw you on TV." That'd be pretty cool. I can say that I'm officially going to SummerSlam for the first time in my life. Kind of excited about that. But all right, guys, I believe I got every match covered, unless WWE decides to add another match in the coming hours, which they probably will. because that's typical WWE. But thanks so much for watching. This is my first kind of live stream on YouTube. We had about 2 to 3 people watch from time to time. We still got one person watching right now, whoever that one person is. Thanks a lot. Means a lot. Take care, guys. Happy Sunday. Enjoy SummerSlam. I'm out. Too Sweetski.